Morning everyone, and as you can see it's a rather wet one. We've got starting off in the waterproofs. Had a nice night last night, nice meal, a nice breakfast set us up for the day. So we're heading to Bakewell first, where we get our first stamp of the day, and we might even pick up a Bakewell pudding for lunch. So yeah, we shall see you shortly. This part of the trail is very well signed. There's a lot of discs pointing out the right way.
Mrs. Sheep, how do you do?
Not a fan.
No, she didn't even let me get to the second line in my song.
How rude.
Let's go and sing out here. We might come back to this.
This alleyway is just a tad overgrown. I get wet through. At least it stopped raining though. What do you think, Rach? Not impressed. We're just coming into Bakewell now. We've come down a very steep and very slippery little track, and I think we shouldn't be too far away from the church and our first stamp of today. Right, the first stop for the day was the pharmacy to get the all-important achy feet prevention. So yeah, we're suffering a bit. Third day, so things are starting to wear. And
it's Wednesday.
Yeah, what?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, I said things are starting to wear.
I thought you said it's Thursday.
It's the third day. It's been a long trail. It's been a long trail, and things are starting to wear. So we were going to find the church now. There's a church. We've had a bit of an uphill climb to it, but hopefully we'll be able to get inside and get our stamps and stickers. Look at these old stonemason symbols and ciphers. It's amazing.
Freemasons.
Oh yes, Freemason symbol there. I love the way these are just in the porch. These grave slabs date back from the 12th and the 13th century. Right, now it's stamp time. And here's our box and the stamp. I'll stamp it right there. Must say it's a lovely church, this is. Very impressive. There's loads of old features. It's well worth having a look around. And I think there might be some Anglo-Saxon cross shafts in the churchyard as well. But our verse is, I have come in order that you might have life. Life in all its fullness. And that's from John chapter 10, verse 10. So, see if I can make a better job of peeling it off this time. Stick it like so. Ta-da! Another one down. A few more to go. That there is one of the Anglo-Saxon crosses. It wasn't originally in the churchyard. It was a waymarker on one of the tracks, but it was brought to the church for preservation when the new roads were built. So that must be over 1,000 years old, that cross. We have a original Bakewell pudding baked in Bakewell in the pudding parlour. So that is going to be lunch, an authentic lunch. Quite an impressive sight. The padlock bridge. Loads and loads of padlocks. People like plighted their love for each other. There's Bakewell Bridge. We'll be crossing over that very shortly. and back into the countryside, because Bakewell's a lovely town, but it's a tad busy. Coming out of Bakewell, we start on the long climb up towards Calton Pastures. So we've got a bit of a trek up through the woods, crossing the golf course, and then a bit of easy walking after that down to the village of Edensor. How it's pronounced, it looks like Edensor or Edensor, but it's actually pronounced Edensor. So we'll see you later. We're coming up through the golf course now. You can certainly see a fair way.
Go.
Well, that was a steep little climb up through the woods. Always gets me every time. It's short, but is it steep? And you have to watch, because there's a path you need that cuts off the main track. Looks like you're going to be doing a bit of gill scrambling, but it is the main track. So now we're just about to head up to Calton Pastures, which is just a massive meadow with lots of tracks. We've reached Calton Pastures, which is just like a massive meadow with loads of tracks leading off it. Some lovely views. So we'll be going right along it through to drop down with hopefully some nice views of the Chatsworth estate down towards Edensor. That down there is Chatsworth House and the Chatsworth estate. Just tremendous views. You can see how busy it is with all the cars, and we get to walk right through to Baslow. But first we've got to get our stamp from Edensor. But what a view we've got. This is Edensor. We're just coming into now. And there's a church, so we'll go and get our stamp and then have ourselves a wee lunch break. Here we are, Edensor Church, and our stamp and sticker should hopefully be inside. I believe there's a member of the Kennedy family buried in the graveyard as well. Not sure which grave it is. It's the first time I've been into the churchyard. And it's quite macabre. We collected our stamp and stickers which said, "Teach my commandments to your children, talking about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road." Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 19. This is the grave of Kathleen, JFK's sister, and he actually came here to visit her grave in 1963. Around us are the graves of the prominent Cavendish family, who've been the Dukes of Devonshire, and Edward William Spencer, 10th Duke of Devonshire. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same Spencer family that have been entwined with the royal family. So yes, a piece of history right there, complete with an American flag. Stop for a little break in the churchyard after looking at the graves, and we'd tried our Bakewell puddings, and I must say they are delicious. Never actually had one before, but they're really hitting the spot. So we're just going to have a wee lunch break here, then trundle along to Baslow, which will take us through the Chatsworth estate. So that should be a really nice stretch. So we'll join you again later. We're just entering the grounds of Chatsworth now. We're going to be walking all through there, and you can see there's a wonderful view of the house we've got at the moment. Very impressive. Through Chatsworth estate, you can see the extensive grounds to our right there. We're walking along this track that goes all the way through it, and we'll be exiting in Baslow very shortly, where our next church will be. This is a really pleasant section actually, always enjoy it. So it's turned out hot again as well.
Turn, baby, turn. Keep on turning. Turn, baby, turn. Ooh, turning inferno. And she's through.
Here's the church at Baslow. Look, it's got an unusual clock. Instead of having numbers on it, it's just got Victoria 1890. Can't quite see the bottom date, but that is unusual. I've not seen that before. So we'll go in, see if it's open, and hopefully collect our stamp and sticker. Here we go, the Baslow stamp. Nice red one. That goes there. And the sticker is from Matthew chapter 20 verse 28. The Son of Man came not to be served but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Put that in there like so. And voila, we have the Baslow stamp and the Baslow sticker. Here we have the original dog whip that was used to whip poor dogs out of the church when they came in. Poor things, they might have just wanted a bit of shelter and a bit of worship. Seems a bit harsh. Look at that little toll house there. It's cute. There's the dramatic edges of Kerber and Froggatt there. There is a route that goes over the tops of those and into Grindleford, but we're doing the original route which stays low and goes into Kerber. So we're just about to cross fields to get to the village and the church. Just coming into Kerber now. Just going to find the church for our next stamp and sticker. We've just reached the river. I believe that's the River Derwent. We're going to follow it into Culver, or Kerber even, whichever village we're going to next. This is Kerber, and there is a church. Right, here we're going to get our Kerber stamp and the Kerber verse. There's a space in there in Grindleford, but that's on the high route, so you'll only get to Grindleford if you do the high route, and if you do the low route, you don't get to Grindleford, but we get Kerber. So I'll just find the stamp. Nice blue one. Just put that in there like so. Doesn't really come out very clearly, sorry, I should do that again and I'll deserve this. That's better. And want a sticker. And the sticker is John 17 verse 3. Eternal life means knowing you, the only true God, and knowing Jesus Christ, who you sent. Some space for it there. There we go. Kerber. The church is actually closed, so we can't have a look round it, which is a bit of a shame, but luckily they've left the box in the porch for pilgrims, so that's a big win in my book. So yeah, and on to the next, which is Stoney Middleton. There's Stoney Middleton down there, the site of our next church. And there on the horizon, that's Sir William Hill. And when we did the Hope pilgrimage, we came down that hill and into Eyam. So we are coming into Eyam a different way. So hopefully the church will either be open or they'll have the stickers and the stamp in the porch. Let's go and find out. Here's the church. Ah no, I think we might be thwarted. Oh no, fallen at the second to last hurdle. We're at the church and it's shut, so unfortunately we won't be able to get our stamp here today, but we've only got a short hop to Eyam, so we are nearly done, I think. So thwarted, but we could come back here and get the stamp tomorrow, I suppose. We were here anyway. We were here. We weren't able to get the Stoney Middleton stamp and sticker yesterday because the church was shut. But so we've called in today to complete our collection. And the verse is from James chapter 5, verse 16. Pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective. We'll have a quick look around the church while we're here. This church is unusual because it's kind of a round shape, not the traditional cross shape you would associate with churches. It's quite distinct. Hopefully this is the last climb of the day, hopefully, and then a gentle descent into Eyam. And I can smell the fish and chip shop in Stoney Middleton. This here is one of the stones where the villagers of Eyam would have put their pennies in, soaked in vinegar, and the people of Stoney Middleton would have come with the supplies and they would have taken the pennies out and left the goods there, and the villagers of Eyam would then come and collect the goods and leave more pennies for the last lot. So being a lifeblood to the village. Oh, so nearly there. We've actually reached Eyam now. We're on the outskirts of Eyam. We're going to walk down to the church, which we hope will still be open. But I think this one stays open till 7, unlike Stoney Middleton, which said it was open 10 till dusk, but we're shut up at 6 o'clock, which is not dusk in August. Just saying. I think the church is welcoming us in. There it is, the church.
To separate it from the Catholic tradition. However, as time's gone on, you can see the paintwork that's fallen off, and you can see the artwork exposed on the walls.
Right, here we are in our last final church of Eyam. The bell is around welcoming us in, and so I've got the stamp here and I'm going to put it on there. St. Lawrence, and get the sticker. Which is a verse from Romans chapter 5, verse 7 and 8. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person, someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we are still sinners, Christ died for us. We're on a final sticker. And the icing on the cake, as well as getting the final sticker and stamp, are we get finished completion certificates. Congratulations on completing the pilgrimage. And on the also got to fill in the completer's book. Pilgrimage done, and in the bag we've got our certificates, we've got our stamps, and we've done it. So thanks ever so much for watching, and if you liked it then please feel free to like and even subscribe. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you've enjoyed the journey, and I'll see you again on another trail. What's been really nice as well is that we managed to also get our books stamped from the Hope Pilgrimage we did in May. And we've also picked up a certificate for the Hope Pilgrimage and signed the completer's book. So I really do feel that those 2 trails have been successfully completed now. So now we're off to find a bed for the night and maybe a well-earned drink or 2. Hey Rachel, what day is it today?
It's not the 3rd day, it's Thursday, and it is actually Thursday.
Spot on.